Hello everyone, this is Secret Super Girl, and you're probably wondering why the hell am I playing this game and when I should be playing Sword and Mana. Well, to answer that question, I'm going to do a mini guide of how to catch Feebas in Pokemon Emerald, Sapphire, or Ruby. So pretty much, I'm going to tell you the generic information. Pretty much like you would see in, on Google or on YouTube, they would say, go cat, and pretty much it depends on your whatever trendy phrases that do for town. And my phrase is, I like what's hip happening, and the trendy, I'm always checking it out. Listen, you have to hear about this new lax habit. That's right, of course, you know. I mean, she's lax habit. It is the hottest thing in cool. Whenever you're from lax habit, it is the biggest thing happening, right? So basically, if you say yes, he'll just go like, oh yeah, you're right. But if you say no, you can actually change the trendy phrase, and then it'll reset the 3 random blocks of magic cards in. But I will have to warn you though, if you try using the same trending phrase as like somebody else, it won't work, because in every save file, even in ROMs like I'm using now, it will be completely random, like every single game. So you can't really cheat your way to Feebas. You just have to keep fishing and fishing and fishing until you find the right spot. So I'm just warning you now. Oh my god, how did I teleport back here? Well, anyways, that's my phrase. And I'm going to show you guys now how to get the Super Rod, in case you guys want to use the Super Rod over the old Rod and you're too lazy to get the Super Rod. Okay, so this is how to get the Super Rod in case you guys want to get it. This is in Moss Deep City. You go to the Space Center, and then inside this house is a fisherman, and he will give you the Super Rod. Okay, so now I will tell you how to get the berry necessary to get my low tick. See you guys in a bit. Okay, so if you go in this house on Route 123, which I will show you on my map where it is in case you guys don't know. This is Route 123, where I am now. And if you talk to the woman right here, she'll ask you for a phrase. And then I don't really know how this whole berry thing works, but I think if you tell her a specific phrase, she'll give you a dry berry, which will help my low tick evolve. Oh yeah, speaking of which, so pretty much if you want to get my low tick, you have to have like a Feebas with a certain nature that would like dry foods. Because if you don't, then chances are your Feebas will never evolve because it doesn't like dry foods. And you just saw there I got my low tick. So pretty much I will put up a list of the natures that you need in order to get my low tick. Because in order to get my low tick, you have to feed it dry Pokéblocks. And I will show you guys how to make the Pokéblocks. So back at Lily Cove City, if you go in the Pokemon Contest Hall, which is right here, and then you pretty much, you talk to one of these people, I think this is like with a friend or something, and then you could pretty much, I could show you how to make it, but I guess I'll just show a little demonstration. Pretty much, you talk to one of them. So pretty much, here. So pretty much you pick a dry berry. I don't have any dry berries on me because I used all of it to try and get my low tick. I'll just use a Petra berry. So pretty much, when the red triangle comes to you, you press A as much as you can. So I will see you guys in a bit. And yes, that's how you make a berry for your Pokéblock. Another thing you could do is the berry you got from the elderly lady, you could plant it, and then once you get enough berries, you can feed Feebas as much berries. But unfortunately, Feebas has a limited amount of time it will it's a limited amount of time you can feed it, so you can't just spammily keep feeding it Pokéblocks, because it has a limited amount of time as much as you can feed it, so watch out for that. So you have to make sure you plant that berry. And unfortunately, as I found out on my own, you can't really, if you have a emulator like I do, you can't, do legitly. You can't plant the berry and, you know, you can try, because I tried using all the dry berries I had, but I could not do it. So pretty much what you could do is, the only way to get my load tickets, you'd be hack it. So I will give out the cheat codes, and I will give out the cheat codes, and you guys just follow the cheat codes, and you pretty much put any berry, it doesn't have to be a dry berry, just put any berry, and pretty much Feebas Beauty will max out with just that one Pokéblock. Okay? So I hope this actually clears up a few things on how to get Feebas, and good luck in finding one, and if you find one, good job. So I will see you guys whenever I LP again. One thing I forgot to mention though, just to say the generic things, just in case you guys stumble upon my bit before anybody else's, pretty much on Route 119, you just look on this whole body of water until you can actually find the tile that actually has your Feebas in there. And once you actually locate that tile, you can catch Feebas as much as you like, until you start the game over again and you have to look for it again. But yeah, now is the end of my guide. Sorry about that, I just forgot to say, I wanted to say at least a generic information so people don't get confused. So I will now see you guys whenever I get back. One thing I forgot to mention though, just to say the generic things, just in case you guys stumble upon my bit before anybody else's, pretty much on Route 119, you just look on this whole body of water until you can actually find the tile that actually has your Feebas in there. And once you actually locate that tile, you can catch Feebas as much as you like, until you start the game over again and you have to look for it again. But yeah, now is the end of my guide. Sorry about that, I just forgot to say, I wanted to say at least a generic information so people don't get confused. So I will now see you guys whenever I get back.